Moore machine to Mealy machine conversion. Before we start Moore machine to Mealy machine conversion, let's revise what is Mealy machine and what is Moore machine. In Mealy machine, the value of output function is depend on present state and present input, which is described by 6 tuples: Q, finite non-empty set of states; summation set of input alphabets; delta set of output alphabets; delta transition function; lambda output function; and Q0 initial state. In Moore machine, the value of output function is depend on present state only, which is described by same 6 tuples of Mealy machine. Only difference is in output function mapping. Let's see the difference between transition table of Mealy machine and Moore machine. In Mealy machine, each next state has a separate output column. So Q0 with input 0 moves to state Q3 with output 0. Q0 with input 1 moves to state Q1 with output 1. So in Mealy machine, there are separate output columns for each next state. In Moore machine, there is a single output column associated with present state. So Q0 with input 0 moves to state Q3 with output 1. Now when Q0 moves to state Q3 and Q1 with input 0 and 1, the output will remain 1. Okay. So move to Mealy conversion steps. The input is Moore machine, output is Mealy machine. There are 3 steps for conversion. First step is take a blank Mealy machine transition table. Second, copy all Moore machine transition states into this table format. And step 3, check the present states and their corresponding outputs in the Moore machine state table. If for a state Qi output is M, copy it into the output column of the Mealy machine state table wherever Qi appears in the next state. Now this is the example for conversion. Convert following Moore machine to Mealy machine. Sometimes it may happen that the example is given in terms of straight transition diagram. Means instead of transition table, a transition graph is given for the Moore machine. Then in this case, first you should convert that transition graph to transition table and then start the conversion. Now in this Moore machine, there are 4 present state A, B, C, D. Input alphabets are 0 and 1 and output alphabets are again 0 and 1. Now first step is take a blank Mealy machine transition table. So this is a blank Mealy machine transition table which involves or which contains 2 output columns. Next step is step 2 says copy present state and next state from Moore machine transition table to Mealy machine transition table. Next step is identify output for each state from Moore machine table. Let's say for state A the output 1, B output is 0 and C output is 0 and D output is 1. I have copied these outputs associated with each state in blue color. Now apply step 3. Wherever the state A appears in the next state column, copy the output associated with it in front of them. So A equal to 1, so here we have copied 1. Now B is 0, so here and here we will write 0. C equal to 0, so we will copy C as 0. D equal to 1, so we will copy D as 1. And this is your final Mealy machine transition table. Now before we take a next example, we should see some assessments on what you have learned till now. In previous video, we have learned finite automata with output, which involves Mealy machine and Moore machine definition and the difference. And this video is having conversion of Moore machine to Mealy machine. Now these are some multiple choice question. I hope you are sitting with pen and notebook so you can note down the answers. First question is, in Moore machine the output depends on only present state and present input, nothing, type of input. In Mealy machine the output depends on only present state and present input, nothing, type of input. Third question is, which of the following statement is true? A Mealy machine has no terminating state, a Moore machine has no terminating state, converting from Mealy into Moore and vice versa is possible, and all of these. Fourth question, which of the following statement is true? Moore machine consists of 6 tuples, Mealy machine consists of 6 tuples, C both A and B, and none of this. And the last question is, the output alphabet in Moore machine can be represented as delta, summation and transition function. I hope you have written the answers on your notebook so you can verify your answers with the answers given by me. Finally, this is an example for solving a conversion from Moore machine to Mealy machine. Thank you.